Alrighty, we are back with match number 2 of the evening. Champion League doubles between the Wizards and the Shadow. My name is Chaser. Joining me for this matchup, it is Wolfalone. Wolfalone, a couple of really good teams here in the Orange Conference trying to battle their way towards the top of the division of the conference, excuse me.
I mean, definitely coming into this. The Shadow coming in at second in the conference at 13-7, so just behind those Pirates. As for the Wizards, they are coming in at 12-8, so just a one-game difference. However, the Wizards currently sit at 6th, and the Shadows sit at 2nd. So one game in this Orange Conference could mean everything, and both teams putting out the best they can. For the Wizards, it's going to be Evod and Jonesy, whereas for the Shadow, it will be Ford and Form. So very, very interesting matchup to see between these two. I've had plenty of experience scrimming against these guys, and they've been on form this past week.
I see what you did there. Well, we're going to get game number 1 underway. The opening kickoff going to be in favor for the Wizards, but it is going to be the Shadow immediately taking it back the other way as opportunity goes away from them that time. But the shot is not going to be had. That is going to be cleared back into the Wizards half as up goes Evod, trying to beat Ford through the air. Nothing doing. A great challenge coming out through the Shadow defense, and this is going to be an opportunity. The redirect on target, it is going to find its way. Jonesy to Evod.
Yeah, and a great cutoff here in the midfield coming out from Jonesy, making sure they can't get back to it, and then Evod just sets himself up for the back of his car to just get it over to the far post. The Shadow not able to get back to it, and the Wizards, they strike first.
We'll see if they strike again. Is this going to be another good kickoff for them? Just a little bit off target from the net as Form is going to take over possession there for the Shadow. Challenge from Evod on the back challenge as well. Jonesy taking it up out of their defensive corner. They get past one. They made a grab that boost as well, but Form almost getting a clear shot at net. Evod comes across and blocks it out immediately, though. Form with a shot. Great save from Jonesy as it goes away from the net.
And right now, the Wizards holding on. They're doing well to just get this ball out and away. The Shadow trying to extend their time in the offensive half. But right now, the Wizards pretty much locking them down here in the past 20 seconds.
And back again, the Wizards come with Evod going out for Jonesy. Jonesy playing it to the right side of the net. Not able to direct that one towards the near post. I would guess that's kind of the near post in that situation, as it does get back across the midfield line for the Shadow. Evod, oh, what a fake, has possession. Can they get the 1v1 opportunity? The flick is on, the flick is in, 2-0.
And Evod just showing the confidence he has going into game 1. Fakes out one and then just knows exactly when. Ford tried to give a little bit of a half challenge there to try and force something or try and turn. But Evod read it, got it, the flick right on and over. And the Wizards, they're looking good the first 90 seconds.
Yeah, the kickoffs have been very powerful coming out from the Wizards, as well as they've gotten the last 2 deep in the Shadow half. This clearance is going to get back into the Wizards half, though, as Evod chases it into their back left corner. Trying to get that 50. Form's going to put that one out for Ford. Ford with a shot, going to be off the crossbar. Form going to turn. They fake that one as Evod gets the clear over the top of them. And the possession touch is actually taken off by the Wizards as it goes across the top of the net. The flick from Form, though, very good for them until Evod comes right back in, keeping them in the offensive zone for the Wizards.
Jonesy with a close chance there, but right now it's the Shadow. They're just looking to try and get the momentum back in their favor. They need to be able to get this boost. They also need to be able to stop down the attack coming from the Wizards. A good clear will do just that, but not a dangerous shot, and Evod will get this one out and away.
And Ford actually getting that one past Evod. Jonesy's going to backflip that one. Dangerous spot, still getting it away, though. Able to get back to the ball. Evod takes over possession. Gets the flick past one, but Form also committed on that ball. Jonesy with a powerful shot towards net. Evod trying to redirect that one in. Not able to find the contact on that one, as again, 2 Shadow players jumping for that ball. Here comes Ford playing it out of their corner, but Jonesy again to the intercept. Clearance finally coming out as the pressure is relieved for the time being.
I would have liked to see Form go for the demo there on Evod. Try and open up some space as Form was going to be able to get the touch, but this time it's going to be Avad the other way on the counter.
Yeah, very good outlet pass from Jonesy. Avad up early on to get that powerful shot towards net. Form, I don't think was ready for that shot to be coming towards net either, as it did just that. 3-0 the lead, and we'll see now if the Wizards keep their foot on the gas or if they just kind of turtle up a little bit. As Avad trying to get that challenge onto Form, they do just that, playing it to the left wall. Through the air is Avad. They get the reset. Do they have the shot on? It's going to be a really good shot, and they actually save their own shot, as it does not find the mark that time. Good clearance coming out from the Shadow again, as Ford keeping it out of the deep portion of the defensive zone. This one going to be on target. Avad going to get credited for that one. 4-0.
Yeah, and it looks like Form ended up just DCing just for a moment, and there we do have the confirmation of it, unfortunately. And for the Shadow, it's going to be Ford looking to just try and hold on here for the rest of the game, but the Wizards, they're doing well, and they're forcing the chances here against this Shadow team, and now looks like they may just have game one in their pocket already.
Yeah, and they're just going to keep going for some more stats as well here. It seems like 60 seconds remaining. This ball going to just find its way in, almost just barely off the crossbar. Jonesy getting credit for that shot. So, you know, kind of looking at the game as a whole until that disconnect happened, you know, the Wizards definitely had a lot of the pressure. So what do you see that the Shadow need to do to try to get through it as another goal goes through for the Wizards?
And I definitely think for the Shadow going forward for the rest of the series, they need to be able to try and get these long clears, but also be able to follow them up or get an outlet pass, just like Jonesy found Avad earlier on for that third goal. So trying to get it, and maybe even trying to introduce the physical play, because right now the Wizards have too much space to be able to do anything, and that's a good chance, but Avad will be able to get it away safely.
Yeah, 30 seconds remaining here in game one, and Evad's trying to find something as well, trying to win that 1v1 onto Ford. Jonesy playing it to the back wall. Ford with another great save, but the follow-up onto the empty net from Evad, as it is now 6-0.
And it's Ford. He's doing well to try and get it, but a 1v2 is very difficult, especially with a shooter as pertinent as Evad has been. But in the end, it is going to be the Wizards taking this game number one, and it looks like they had it comfortably when it was just the 2v2, but with the 1v2 for the past couple minutes, it seems as though the Shadow look to regroup here, get their player back in, and Wizards will take game number one.
Yeah, very handedly as well, especially after the disconnect. So very, very good play, though, you know, before the disconnect. Very good play coming out from the Wizards. You know, Evad had a couple of really, really nice shots on target. Jonesy with 4 assists as well, just being the setup guy for Evad. So very, very good play coming through the Wizards in the first couple minutes of the game.
It looks like we have the sub in here for the Shadow. It's going to be Booger Bear coming on and looking to step up for his team, as we have lost Form. And the Shadow looking to try and see how they can counter it. But like I said, I think the physical play is going to be huge in countering the Wizards.
Yeah, and, you know, with the sub, you know, next person up, that's kind of the mindset you have to have, whether it, you know, even if it was your best player that is taken out of the picture, you have to just be able to come in and try to do your best in the situation that has been handed to you. So like you said, the physical play is going to play a big factor, I think, especially getting rid of Evad. Evad has been flying through the air and just doing whatever they want to do, it seems like, through the first couple of minutes of the you know, the first game. So going into game number 2, I would imagine that is going to still be the same thing.
Yeah, and for the Wizards, keep feeding the ball to Evad. He had, I think, 6 for 9 shooting here for him in game number 1. So looking to be able to try and keep that going, but also you have to be careful if the Shadows start to push you. You have to be able to dish it off yourself as well. I don't think the Shadow are just going to let Evad control this ball for free the entire series.
Yeah, it's going to have to be some adjustments coming in. Ford's going to go for the shot immediately. As Jonesy's going to have to make a save, and second one as well for Jonesy there. Ivad through the air, into the middle for Jonesy, almost getting contact towards the net for them there. For the Wizards looking for the first goal this time again. Ford, good challenge on to Ivad, but Jonesy taking it right back in. Bumped out though. The physical play starting to kind of show its head a little bit coming out from the shadow, but ooh, Ivad not able to make the shot happen. This is a good counterattack. Booger Bear, can they get that in? Oh, it's off the post though.
And unfortunately for the Shadow, there a huge opportunity to capitalize on. A team bump is what caused that breakaway. Unfortunately, Booger not able to get back around on it, but now they've got some time to be able to set up in the half of the Wizards. That ball is played out wide, and Ford choosing to back off means Jonesy could have a free crack at it. Gets around one, not around two though, as Ford does get this one away.
Oh, the follow-up shot coming in. Ford gonna have to make another save off of that one from Ivad. Oh, Jonesy with a really good fake as well, but this one does find its way out of demo coming up from Booger Bear. Booger Bear looking for another one as well. Jonesy barely able to avoid that one. Ford with a good challenge in the corner. Booger Bear's in position. Booger Bear is going to get the shot, and it's going to be 1-0 Shadow.
And there we go. The demo sets it up. Jonesy comes out to get a challenge, and then the perfect outlet pass gets it away from net, forces Ivad to come out. Booger just first back to it here. And that is 1-0 lead here for the Shadow in game number 2.
And that does two things for the Shadow. That's their first goal of the series so far, but it also shows that we are here to play in this game, not going to be giving an inch in it. And here's a good opportunity. Ivad with a misplay. Ford going to get another one for the Shadow.
And underneath Ivad there, as he went for that touch, Booger made Jonesy jump and just have to sort of reposition in net. And just the misplay, Ford coming in to punish it off, and the Wizards showing they're not invulnerable. However, the Shadow are there this time to capitalize on these mistakes.
And that's another good kickoff. We're seeing Ivad get some really good kickoffs for the Wizards, so got to be aware of that if you are the Shadow. Ivad though going to get it into Jonesy. Jonesy, oh, he had the shot on target as well, but this one followed up by Ivad, and it's going to cut the deficit to 1.
And a great redirected attempt there coming out from Jonesy. Forces Ford to pretty much use all of his boost to get back to it. Couldn't get back up in time, and Ivad being the one to just stand up and slot away the goal here once again. That is goal number 7 for him this series so far.
Yeah, been very, very dominant on the shooting category. Ivad's going to look for another one, but Ford is going to save that one back to the midfield and along the right wing. Here comes Ford trying to get the challenge. Good one from Jonesy, though, is Ivad. Demos away Booger Bear. Up goes Jonesy. Into the middle for Ivad. Ivad is going to get stopped out, though, by the respawned Booger Bear. Pop-up coming up from Ford for Booger Bear. Almost able to make that one happen. Maybe faking out Jonesy as well. But here comes Ivad. 1v2. Flick coming in on target as well. Another incredible save, though, from Ford.
And the counterattack seeming to sort of benefit no one just yet, but the Wizards do get a first crack at a control. That's a great 50 though, and for this Wizards team, they're just trying to keep the momentum up, get themselves back on top, dictate the pace of play, and here's a chance now with Ivad from the ceiling.
Oh, and Ivad's got the reset. That's going to be off the post. So here comes Booger Bear back the other way. We got Ford on the lead blocker, and that's all that's needed as Booger Bear giving the Shadow that 2-goal advantage back.
And the danger sometimes of doing a solo play and not finding it just off the backboard. The Shadow, lead blocker, one person just calmly dribbling it into the net. The Shadow, they find their 2-goal lead back here in game number 2. They're up 3-1 with just over 2 minutes remaining.
Loads of time for the Wizards. Ivad to Jonesy. Jonesy pops that one up. Up goes Ford, who's actually going to win that one over Ivad. And a great bump from Booger Bear as well. Almost getting contact towards the net again. Jonesy with a flick. Ford keeping it back at the midfield line. Now Jonesy getting a little physical with the Shadow as Ivad takes possession. Looking for the double. Great read, though, from Booger Bear. Oh, the miss. Shot coming in for Jonesy. Can Booger Bear get there? No! Jonesy will get a goal for the Wizards.
A great half turn there coming out from Jonesy. Ford just a misflip, trying to get the clear out and away, and Jonesy, right place, right time, finds it, cuts the lead back within 1. Still plenty of time here for the Wizards to get back. The Shadow holding on right now to a 1-goal lead.
We'll see if they can get that insurance marker back for the Shadow. Booger Bear is going to play that one to the back wall as Avad sends it upfield. Cut off by Ford. And the demo from Jonesy getting physical now are the Wizards, as now Booger Bear is going to send Avad to the Shadow realm as the very good upfield pass. Oh, Booger Bear just intercepted by Avad, who has possession still. It's a 2-on-1 opportunity. The flick coming in. That's a great pass to Jonesy, and the finish to tie the game.
And that was just absolute class coming out from Avad. Just slows it down and then gets the 45 all the way across the net. And Jonesy just there for a tap-in, ties the game up here in game number 2. The Wizards back tied up, 68 seconds to return for the rest of game number 2. See if they can try and come out on top with a 2-0 lead in the series. That's a miss off the backboard, but Ford does find the touch out and away.
And Avad's going to take possession there, going to the backboard once again. Jonesy's not going to commit now. They commit now. Great shot to the lead for the Wizards.
And it's Avad being the setup man here. Gets this ball off the backboard. Booger Bear not able to find the read, and Ford went out for boost. Jonesy waited right in the middle, finding the bottom right once more. And the Wizards claim the lead.
This is their first lead of game 2. This one, a banger out of the corner for Ford, who's going to take a crack at net. It's going to be instantly saved by Jonesy. This one to the backboard again, as Jonesy is going to hit this one out to midfield. Gets another good power hit on it, as Ford has to clear that one to their defensive corner. But man, 30 seconds remain here. The Shadow are back onto the attack. Jonesy pops it up. Avad's going to have to make something happen. They play it very slowly and very wise to do so. This challenge from Booger Bear is going to keep the attack going for the Shadow, but they have not really had any shot attempts, and this is a good attack from Jonesy, who gets the 5th for the Wizards.
Yeah, and Booger Bear just a little bit of a heavy touch there. Gets it over Ford, who wasn't expecting it all the way back. And now Jonesy, capitalizing on the mistake, punishes, gets themselves a 2-goal lead, and the comeback for the Wizards well in stone, and now they have the 2-goal advantage themselves. From down 1-3 to up 5-3, and the Wizards looking to just sort of take control of the series. And if the Shadow want to try and take a win, they're going to have to win 3 back-to-back-to-back, as the Wizards will take game number 2.
Yeah, and that was 4 unanswered goals as well coming out from the Wizards. So momentum shift right back in the hands of the Wizards. So very good job. Jonesy, like you said, kind of the scoring machine in this second game, whereas Avad was that for them in game 1. And Avad just turned into the setup person. 3 assists for the Wizard player as well. For the Shadow, you know, Ford and Booger Bear, they came out really early on with that physical play, and I think it kind of, you know, stunned the Wizards a little bit.
Yeah, I felt like it definitely stunned the Wizards a little bit. As soon as the Wizards, however, started doing it right back, the Shadow almost got stunned a little bit, and especially with Avad being the facilitator here in this game, whereas Jonesy had that role in game number 1. It's definitely showing that the Wizards, it doesn't matter who's taking the shot. Both players trust in their teammate to be able to get on top of it. Whereas for the Shadow, they had a good start with the defense. However, I need to be able to see those passing plays a bit more, and also to try and shut down their the Wizards' comeback, because it hurts to lose a 2-goal lead just like how they did.
Yeah, so now they got to get their minds clear as we go to game number 3, and hopefully they can get the win here. 5 minutes on the clock. Let's go for this 3rd game of the series, as this kickoff is going to be in favor for the Shadow. That might just fall in, and it does. Booger Bear wins the challenge through the air and gives the lead to the Shadow.
Yeah, and a great just early challenge. Gets the dunk on Davi off the kickoff, and that's how you want to respond after letting 4 unanswered in. Score 1 quick off the tone. Try and set the tone here for game number 3, and the Shadow, it looks like that's going to be their method here, is just looking to try and impose their will on the Wizards so far. But still plenty of time for the Wizards to answer.
And a big clearance from Jonesy down the field it goes, as it does get sent back to the Wizards' half. Here comes Ford trying to set that into the middle for Booger Bear. Booger Bear having to make a good play on that one, as the demo challenge coming in from the Wizards. Good flick from Jonesy, looking to facilitate again the other way now. but it is going to be cleared immediately. Great challenges coming out from Booger Bear here early in game 1, or game 3, excuse me. He takes possession, has another opportunity. It's going to be, very close that time, as it does get cleared out. It's on target. Great shot coming in, but a better save keeping it out.
Right now, it's the Wizards just looking to try and slow the play down a bit, getting these dribbles here with Ibad. But right now, Jonesy looking to try and just get it in the shadow. More than happy to just sort of sit back, force the Wizards to come to them, and Wizards happy to try and do the same, trying to set up a counterattack or something here. But right now, the Shadow's defense is doing superb so far.
And Booger Bear is going to play that one out. Oh, double commit though on the Shadow as Ivad plays it on their back corner. Trying to play smart. Hey, that's a good way to do it. Fake the defense, or the attackers out rather, and then get the ball downfield. Jonesy to the backboard. This one could be a shot, but a good job of reading that one from Ford. Now the counterattack the other way. Jonesy and Booger Bear take each other off the field, and Ivad is able to slow the play down enough to keep that one out of a dangerous opportunity for the Shadow. Ivad keeping the pressure on now for the Wizards, trying to set this one out in front for Jonesy. Jonesy is a little bit too far out as Booger Bear clears that one out. They have possession, they pop it up. That's over Jonesy. Is Ivad able to make the stop? They are, as they play it into their corner.
This game 3 really feeling like a feeling out game. The Shadows sort of showing their new playstyle, and the Wizards looking to try and adjust to it. But they're also not able to get their typical offense going so far. It's been the Shadow just making sure that they get one shot and they're out of their half. And right now, it's almost like the Wizards seem to be panicking a little bit here, even on defense.
Yeah, now we'll see. Jonesy's going to pop that one into the corner. Ford plays it in. It's going to be off the back wall. Ivad easily clearing that one out. Booger Bear sends it right back, though. Right back to where it came from. And a challenge. Oh, crossbar. Booger Bear still there, taking a shot. Ivad going to get the save on that one as it goes across the face of the net. No follow-up shot coming in from Ford. They do challenge at the midfield line on that side wall as Jonesy has possession. A good bump from Booger Bear, but Ivad's going to have possession in the offensive zone. It's a one-on-one for now. The flick. Good challenge once again. Ford keeping the pressure away.
Now, just looking to keep this pressure going. That's a good demo. That opens up some space. Jonesy has the shot. Bounce shot back across the net. And the Wizards will tie this one up.
There was all kinds of things Jonesy could have done there. Fake. Could have powered it into the near post. They chose to go with the bouncer at the middle of the net, really throwing it off of what the Shadow thought was going to happen. And they do tie the game up here. This kickoff is going to be possession for the Wizards. The flick towards net, but it isn't going to be on target quite yet. Ivad there to try to make it on target. The clear coming out, the follow-up as well. Great carry from Booger Bear, sends it back in the offensive zone. Jonesy's going to miss. This is an opportunity. Ivad plays it away. Man, oh man, the Shadow, if they'd been ready for something like that to happen, they would have been back up by a goal.
And it's hard to try and expect something like that here, Chaser, especially this late into the series and with how dominant these two teams have been when showing their defensive prowess. For the Shadow, they could have gone up the goal, but for the Wizards, they're happy they're not down one anymore.
Exactly. So 50 seconds left here in this third game. Booger Bear's going to take a shot at net. Ivad able to play that one away, and downfield it goes. Can Ivad get to it again? Not before Booger Bear as they play it to the corner. The second touch from them, it sends it back into the Wizard half. The pinch, the powerful shot. Ivad can't get there in time. It's going to be back to a 2-1 lead.
Yeah, and a great carry there coming out from Booger. Gets it past one, and then Ivad looks like he had missed the corner boost there and didn't have enough power to get back to it, but the power off of the bounce shot there coming out from Booger, catching it just right. The Shadow back in the lead here, game 3. They're saying they're not going down without a fight in this series.
Time ticking down here. As another opportunity, that's on target. Jonesy going to get the save on that one. Ford, they've got the pressure to the Shadow on this Wizards defense. But here they come the other way. Jonesy trying to set this one up. That one might be on target. Great save from Ford. Follow from Booger Bear, almost puts it in. But again, Ford gets the clear, rolling along the ground. down to the Wizards half. The ball is back up in the air, though, as Ivad getting challenged, gets the first flick. Now can't catch that back up to that ball, and the Shadow are going to take game number 3.
And it really looked like the Wizards had the tying goal there on the goal line, and then just missing out on the second catch there off the flick from the dribble. The Shadow earned this victory, and Ford doing outstandingly on defense, just getting all saves for his team. But as you may notice, Chaser, this was a very low shooting game compared to the last two.
Yeah, absolutely, especially for the Wizards. We were seeing an outpouring of shots coming in from them, and only 4 for them this game. So I got to believe that's got to do with the pressure from the Shadow. They were able to slow down the attack in the midfield from the Wizards, and it really just, limited the shooting opportunities that were there for Ivad and Jonesy. So Ford and Booger Bear, the physicality and the zoning out of Ivad, I think is really working for them. They got to continue to do so for the last 2 games of the series.
And I think the biggest change that we saw, like you mentioned, zoning out Ivad, but also making sure he doesn't have the time to try and set up his dribbles. He gets one set up for half a chance, but a Shadow player is there to meet him on the challenge. So whether that's going to be Booger or Ford, it's done spectacularly there in game number 3, shutting down the possession game for the Wizards, and they turned it into some of their own and capitalized on it.
Yeah, so here we go. Game number 4. It's a very critical one here for the Shadow. A win puts them in a position to force a game 5. Here we go. Jonesy's going to win that kickoff straight into the offensive left corner. Here comes a shot from Ivad. Oh, missing that one. Thought they had the angle on it, but it does go wide to the opposite corner. Jonesy keeping the pressure on for the Wizards. That's a good catch there from Ford. Ford trying to get it past Ivad. They do so. They can't get the ball turned towards the net, though. Unfortunate that time, but they still have the attack starting here. And they actually are going to give away possession. Jonesy with a little bit of a miss. Oh, the bump coming in from Booger Bear. I thought that was going to be what they needed, but Ivad has the possession, the flick, and now back into the offensive zone for the Wizards.
Yeah, but a good challenge there coming out from the Shadow, looking to try and set things up. A little bit of back and forth here. No dangerous chances just yet. Shadow's defense looking to just stand strong so far through the first minute. That's a double commit coming out from them, but it isn't going to mean much as Ford able to get that corner boost away from Ivad.
And now we'll see Booger Bear having possession, almost getting demoed away by Jonesy. But they are going to chase the ball into the offensive corner as Ivad plays that one out, looking for the challenge in the air onto Ford, and they get that as it goes across to the opposite defensive corner. Jonesy actually tried to fake that time. Booger Bear has a pass, but Ford unfortunately had been demoed away by Ivad. Ivad now has possession through the air. We've seen some significant play from them that way. The pass goes for nothing. Jonesy not able to make a shot happen. Oh, the redirect off the post. Jonesy's there for the follow-up, and man, oh man, Ford is able to get the clear.
Coming so close, but the third defender coming out here for the Shadow, the post, pushing it out and away from the chances, but here's Ivad now. He's got the dribble, doesn't find the flick this time, but it's still, the Wizards are looking to keep pressure here against the Shadow, and the Shadow just holding on, bending but not breaking just yet. But Booger now looking to try and get something going, but back and forth we go here in this game number 4.
Nobody looking to make too many mistakes so far, but early on, the Wizards already have half the shots that they had from the last game, so starting to see that offense start warm back up a little bit for the Wizards. Ivad going to get it past Booger Bear, trying to get it past Ford as well. Here comes a shot attempt. That's going to be on target. It's going to find the mark, and Jonesy is going to give the lead to the Wizards.
Just a great job from Ivad, just getting it around one and then finding it towards the backboard, pinching it around, and then Jonesy up under one, over the other on the bounce shot, and that puts the Wizards here up. They're looking to try and secure this series, but we still play all 5 here in MLE. Getting this series win could prove to try and be a dagger towards the Shadow's attempts.
Well, that's going to be an opportunity for the Shadow. Back the other way. Can Ivad get the save? No, they're going to put it in their own net. I don't know. That kind of looked like it was a little bit close to hitting the post and going away.
Definitely looks like it. Definitely looks like it's heading right for the post, but it looks just to be on the inside enough. And Ivad probably sensed the same thing, tried to push it out, but in the end, 2:22 still left here in game number 4, all tied up. Once again, another strong kickoff win for the Wizards, but the Shadow go the other way.
It's almost like they were able to get that possession and go back the other way. Booger Bear off the backboard. Here comes Jonesy having to make a save as Ford pushed the advantage forward. Now Ivad playing slow, trying to make the mistakes happen on the Shadow defense. There was none to be had that time as Ford played that about as brilliantly as they could on the back lines. Ivad has possession, trying to get that back to their teammate Jonesy, awaiting the ball there. Booger Bear plays it off the sidewall, trying to get it out for Ford, but Jonesy, again, very good patience from the Wizards. This is going to be a shot on target. Great save from Ford. And that ball from Booger Bear goes up off the backboard, and oh, the read from Ivad. The Wizards out to the lead again.
Yeah, and I saw this touch coming out from Booger, and I'm like, Ivad's probably already up into the air, and Shadow not able to get back to it. Ivad will, and his dominance in the air from game 1 showing back up once more there on that goal. Blizzards now up 2-1. Shadow, however, were quick to respond last time. They're going to look to try and do the same here.
Well, there's not a lot of pace on that shot coming out with the bump play in effect as well. Still 2-1. Booger Bear trying to get that one out for Ford. Ford's going to send it downfield. It's going to roll up the wall. Opportunity to be had. That's going to actually find the mark. Ford is going to tie it right back up.
And Jonesy just kept getting caught up with Booger Bear. Tried to go for the corner. Realized not enough space or time to go do it. And it was the Wizards just caught on the transition. Trying to get back set and net. Never had the chance to. And it's going to be the Shadow tying this game back up. Just over a minute now in game number 4. Wizards looking to try and get something going, but the Ford with the Shadow looking to try and turn it around.
That ball was dangerous in front for the Wizards, and it is going to be cleared out to the Shadow half. And now that's a double commit coming out from the Wizards. The Shadow take a crack at net. Booger Bear going to get a goal. It's 3-2.
And like it looks like Jonesy may have tried to go for the bump on one of the Shadow players, and Ivad loses the challenge in the midfield. And it's a good 2-goal swing coming here from the Shadow, putting themselves back on top. 43 seconds, but this kickoff from the Wizards is deadly here, and Ford actually missed out on the boost.
They're going to have to grab the boost on the opposite corner as Booger Bear is going to try to send it out into the middle of the pitch, and that's going to be Ivad with a great save that time as Ford plays it back into the corner. Just kind of playing a stall game, but this is an opportunity. Jonesy has some pace. They're going to try to get this one down into the middle for Ivad. Booger Bear, the miss. This is a shot attempt. Here comes Ivad. Ivad's got the shot. It's going to be the post saving at that time. Booger Bear plays it off the backboard. The good pinch out. Time very, very low here for the Wizards. Ivad stalling, and oh, that's a really good play from the Shadow. Booger Bear slows it down, and that is going to be the game number 4 going to the Shadow.
Yeah, Ivad came so close there once again off the post, but I like what Ford did there in the end. Just sat in front of the ball and just let it keep going. You have to challenge the ball if you want to get back into this game. Otherwise, time expires just as it did. And the Shadow, a 2-goal swing there in about, I think, 30 seconds or so to be able to snag game 4 away here. And now, the all-important game 5 decider for the Shadow versus.
Yeah, and you know, when we were talking before, one game separated these two teams going into it, and I believe it was the Shadow that were in the advantage on that one. So the Wizards win this one. They have the tiebreaker over this team going into the the playoff picture. That could be very, very important. But game 5 is here and upon us at the Manfield Stadium, and it's anybody's game to have. Both teams have played very well. Game 5, 5 minutes on the clock. Here we go. And this kickoff is going to bounce hard into the middle. The Shadow are going to have the first attack possibly, but wow, great challenge coming out from Jonesy as Booger Bear tried to push the advantage forward. Now Ivad over for Jonesy. Ford not able to get the clearance there either. Follow-up touch from Booger Bear gets it back to midfield. Here we go. The Shadow are going to try to set their attack up. This is going to be Evad with a great challenge in the corner, though. Through the first 30 seconds, no shot attempts really for either team, and that's, you know, really good that neither one wants to make the mistake.
Neither one wants to make a mistake, and we saw there, that's an accidental double commit. Booger Bear accidentally got a piece of it while getting bumped. But here, that's a miss coming out from Booger Bear, but Ford, calm, cool, collected in the net as he's been this entire series. Able to get it out and the follow-up as well. Seems as though the Wizards, though, they're going to look to try and play it slow, force the Shadow out, and then bring him right back in to try and get something going. That could be dangerous, though. That's off the backboard. No boost for Evad, and Ford will get this clear out and away.
Yeah, and Booger Bear has possession. Going to have to get this passed into their teammate, but Jonesy with a quick challenge. Hits that one hard off the ceiling. Evad is up, trying to keep it in. Nothing doing there. Ford pops up, trying to follow it through the air. Gets the challenge to the back wall. It goes. Bumping as well, but Evad able to avoid it. And now the counterattack. Nice and easy into the empty net.
Yeah, and a huge just win there on the challenge. And then Booger Bear just caught in no man's land as Evad took control of that. Flicks it right on by. And the Wizards strike first here in game number 5. Now they'll have another chance here off kickoff as Jonesy now trying to look to play this center, but long booming clear coming out from Ford.
Yeah, Evad a little bit out of position as far as the shot was concerned there. Here comes Ford. Oh, barely missing that one. Booger Bear plays it into the middle. That could be dangerous with Ford up as well, but Ford is actually able to make something happen here, going for a 50. Evad wins that one clean. Booger Bear keeping the pressure on for the Shadow. Jonesy grabs the boost and now has a possession as well. 1v1 against Ford. The flick not coming in, and the shot not either, as a good challenge came out from Ford. Now Ford turning on this one, banging that one across into the opposite corner. Here comes Booger Bear with a shot. Oh, the back challenge coming in from Evad is going to be very good, and it stops out a shot attempt.
Right now the Shadow are doing a good job of trying to control the boost, but Wizards still getting the clear, using pennies to their advantage, but that's a miss there from Evad, and the long shot comes out from Booger Bear.
And just barely over Evad as well. Evad trying to get some sort of a touch on it to slow it down or hit it away, and it was barely out of their reach. Just a tiny bit too far forward for the Wizard player. And now this kickoff going to be good for Ford. Ford almost getting another one right off the kickoff, but Evad back the other way. Booger Bear going to have to make a touch away from that net. It was on that near post. Nothing doing, though, for the Wizards. Jonesy for Evad. Evad has it out into the middle. Jonesy's going to have to play this one back as a possession play. Slows it down, getting reacclimated to where they need to be. Trying to get this past mid for Evad again, but Booger Bear being a menace along that corner.
Right now, the Wizards, they're doing a good job. They're slowing it down, bringing in a defender and getting it around, and then looking for their own chance. A great goal line save there coming up from Booger Bear as the Wizards could have been up 2-1. Now the other way, Ford tries to get it, but once again, it is the Evad standing in the way of the goal, and now looking to get some control here.
Looking for a pinch as well, gets past Booger Bear, almost past Ford as well. That is past Ford. Here comes Jonesy. Ball goes back into the middle of the field as Booger Bear is going to send it up, getting bumped off the ball as well by Jonesy. Ford just hits it off the sidewall. Follow-up touch goes off the back wall that time. Not going to get a shot coming in as Jonesy was quick to push that one away. Up off the back wall of the Shadow half. Follow-up from Jonesy could be on target. It is on target. It's going to be saved by Booger Bear. Still really good play coming out defensively from the Shadow here as we approach a minute remaining. Oh, is this going to be on target? Oh, I thought it was on target, and Evad did get credit for the save as well. An incredible dunk coming out from the Shadow. Jonesy going the other way with it with 50 seconds left. Almost getting the demo onto Ford as well. This could be a chance. Booger Bear is in the air. Going to play it into the corner, though. Instead of taking the shot, electing for more of a risky play here. Oh, that's going to be a goal! 38 seconds remain. The Shadow jump out to the lead.
I was just saying that the Shadow need to be able to try and control their boost to strike at the right moment. And Evad off the crossbar, off the post, down and away towards the middle of the net. Jonesy not able to get back to it. And Ford will punish And this could be a huge goal here if that's the game decider. But the Wizards still have 30 seconds to try and tie this up here in game number 5.
Vod's going to do everything they can. They reset, and everything is attacked early by Booger Bear. Jonesy trying to get it past both of the Shadow defenders. They are really clumped up here. Both teams are in that really midfield area, but Avad able to make the save off that shot from Booger Bear. Here comes Avad trying to get it past forward. It's going to go to the back wall. The demo going to be nothing doing for the Wizards. Jonesy tries to press the advantage. Nothing doing there either. Time has expired, so now it's going to have to be through the air. The Shadow trying to drop it. It's going to find the floor, and we have a reverse sweep in this second match.
Yeah, and a great job coming out from the Shadow. They got that final goal, and they just decided we're not going to try and push for anything too dangerous. We're just going to sit back, relax here, and they do a great job coming back from that Game 1 and Game 2 defeat to just be able to turn the series right back on its head and win here with that reverse sweep. A fantastic showing both teams, but is the Shadow will maintain that 2-game advantage now over the Wizards.
Yeah, and they do extend it as well. That's really, really critical. They have the tiebreakers as well. If something were to go awry later this season and these two have a tiebreaker situation, the Shadow are going to be the ones coming out on top in that instance, excuse me. So a really good series for both of these teams. You know, we saw some really good play from Avad and Jonesy in the early stages, but Booger Bear with the substitution off of that disconnect really played a big factor, getting that physical play started for the Shadow. And I would say that is the MVP moment, just this physical play from the Shadow.
Yeah, definitely. As they stopped letting the Wizards get comfortable just pushing the ball up the field. And we saw the passing plays break down really after game number 2. Once the physical play started getting back to getting reapplied again and again on the Wizards, I don't think we saw a passing play in games 3 to 5 other than just it being off the backboard and a miss happened.
Yeah, absolutely. So a very good win for the Shadow, a very tight series for both squads, but that's 2 matches down. We still have 2 more to go here tonight, Wolf Alone. Match number 3 will be coming up right after this break. We'll be right back after this little intermission.